Hello everybody. Today we are going to cover a topic known as Reasoning 1. Now Reasoning 1 is all about logical set theory and logical consistency. Logical set theory is also known as syllogisms. Syllogisms is basically a deductive scheme which has a formal argument consisting of a major premise, a minor premise and a conclusion. Major premise is nothing but the major data statement. Minor premise is nothing but the minor data statement. And from the major and minor data statement, what we derive is the conclusion. Now, this is my first categorical proposition, which is known as all x are 1. If I were to represent this in a diagram format, in a Venn diagram format, it would look something like this. This is x, and all x are y. So either it could be x is equal to y, which is one circle. In this case, I'm assuming that y is non-empty. And if I assume that y is non-empty, then this will be the diagram, which means x is inside and y is outside. If y is an empty set, it does not have any data, and I don't know because I don't have any data, so I'm assuming it to be empty. If it is empty, then it is x is equal to y, which is the red circle, that is all x are y. If it is non-empty, then x will be inside and y will be outside, and this is how all x are y will be represented. Now from this, if I were to conclude some y are x, let us see, this is y, even in this some y will be x, and even if I consider this red circle wherein x is equal to y, so all y become x, so some y are definitely x, right? When I say some y are not x, in this diagram, yes, there are some y which is not x. So this is the diagram, this blue part, the outer circle, some y are not x. But in this, all y become x. So hence, some y are not x is not true. For my conclusion to be true, it should be true in both the possibilities. If it is true in one possibility, which is this one, wherein x is inside and y is outside, and if it is not true in this possibility, wherein x is equal to y, then it will not be true. Looking at second categorical proposition is some x are y. This is known as particular affirmative, which is part positive. So this is my x, which is not equal to y. I don't know whether it is empty or non-empty. So this is the x, which is not equal to y. The red circle here represents y, which is not equal to x. This is the part of intersection, which is x is equal to y. Now I know that x is equal to y is non-empty because it has some elements, but I have no clue about the rest of the data. So if I say some y are x, true. In this case, this represents some y are x. Even if this is empty, this will go inside this, so some y will be x. If I say some x are not y, if I put it in this case, some x are not y, here it is true. But what if x is an empty set and x comes inside y? So in that case, all x will be y. So some x are not y is not true. Some y are not x. Some y are not x. If you look at this diagram, again, when we consider it to be non-empty, some y are not x will be true. But suppose if I consider this circle of y to be empty, then y will be inside x. So some y are not x will also be untrue or not true. This is my third categorical proposition. This is known as particular negative. So this is x. This represents y. This is x which is not equal to y. This is y which is not equal to x. Now I know some x are not y, which means this part definitely is non-empty. This can be empty or non-empty, and this can be empty or non-empty. Last categorical proposition is universal negative, wherein no x are y. So this is one circle which is non-empty. This is another circle which is non-empty. No other possibility can arise out of no XR Y. Now when it comes to three variables, this is how we have an intersection. So the statements are some XR Y. So this is how I am representing some XR Y. Some Y R Z. So this is how I have represented some Y R Z. Some X R Z also becomes obvious, right? So what is deductive logic or what is syllogisms? It is the process of arriving at conclusions. When I say all men are mortal, this is my major premise, which is my major data statement. And after that, I say R is a man, which is my minor data statement. So all men are mortal is my major data statement. R is a man is my minor data statement. From my major and minor premise, I can conclude that R is mortal. So this is something which is a new information. R is mortal is a new information. It is valid. And something that is common, that is men and man, which is known as a middle term, that should not be a part of the conclusion. So middle term is never a part of the conclusion. And if I put in any additional information, that should not have any impact on the conclusion. So if I say P is not mortal, that is an additional information, but that is going to have no impact on my conclusion that R is mortal. Conclusion has to meet these three criteria and also meet the criteria that the middle term should not be a part of the conclusion. And only then the conclusion so drawn will become a new information. Alright, now we go to the first question. We use deductive logic. In which of these statements does the first two alphabet lead to the third, which means the first would be my first premise, second would be my second premise, and the third letter would be my conclusion. So when I say evaluate all the options, my answer here becomes option number BDF. Some nurses are qualified. B says all nurses are attendants. Now what is my middle term here? Some nurses are qualified, all nurses are attendants. My middle term becomes nurses. So my conclusion is between attendants and qualified, and hence some attendants are qualified is correct. So my answer becomes PDF. So this is the diagram for my first question. This is nurses, qualified, all nurses being attendants. So some attendants are qualified. This is the section. Second one now, here we actually don't use diagrams or middle term, but we will use deductive logic. The answer to the second one is ADF. Mary is John's wife. Husband and wife dance the last waltz. Waltz is a kind of dance. So husband and wife dance the last dance. So John danced last with Mary. Hence my answer becomes ADF. Third one, the answer is CDE. All roses are plants. All plants need air. Therefore, all roses need air. What is the common element? Plants. And what is uncommon in roses and air? So, my conclusion becomes all roses need air, and hence CDE is correct. So, this is roses, plants, and air. So, all roses need air. Fourth one now, my answer becomes option ADF. Lakshman is a man, no man is an island. Since Lakshman is a man and no man is an island, Lakshman is not an island. So this is how I represent it using a diagram. Fifth one now, my answer here is ADF again. College students are intelligent if the quantifier is not given. Guys, quantifier means the quantity, like all, some, most, the word that defines the quantity. So if the quantifier is not given, we assume it to be all. So all college students are intelligent. Ram goes to college. Therefore, Ram is an intelligent person. So ADF. Now these are certain additional questions which are not included. But still you can try your hands on this. The answer being BDF. All cigarettes are hazardous to health. One brand of cigarettes is Chum Chum. Chum Chum is bad for health. So yes, BDF. Yet another question. Answer is ABC. All good bridge players play good chess. Goran is a good bridge player. So Goran plays chess well. As we said, all good bridge players are good chess player. ACD is evident. Eighth one says all snakes are reptiles. All reptiles are cold-blooded. So all snakes are cold-blooded. Again, F does not have a quantifier. But if you don't have a quantifier, we assume it to be all. So snakes, reptiles, and cold-blooded. Ninth, the answer is BDE. All leaves are green. All leaves have chlorophyll. All plants have leaves. All plants have chlorophyll. Again, all plants have leaves and all leaves have chlorophyll. So all plants have chlorophyll. The last one. The answer is BDE. All bald people are intelligent. Raman is bald. Raman is intelligent. 11th, the answer is BDE. Some gentlemen are barbarians. No gentlemen are rude. And hence, some barbarians are not rude. This is how we will draw. Some gentlemen are barbarians. Some barbarians are rude. So this is rude 1. And there can be rude 2. No gentleman is rude. Sorry. So we pick in one diagram here and one diagram here. Some barbarians are not rude. Correct here as well as here. No barbarian is rude, so some barbarians are not rude. Here the answer is DTF. Desks are made of metal. This object is a desk. This is made of metal. So hence correct. Now we go to our other types of questions, which are the Venn diagram types. Now, in the 16th one, we have 4 questions. A being a standalone question, B being another standalone question, C and D being the similar kind. Now, some x's are p's, some p's are y's, and some x's are y's. Some x's are p's is my main premise, major premise. Some p's are y's is my minor premise, which should lead to the conclusion some x's are y's. Likewise for B, likewise for C, and likewise for D. Now, if I draw some x's are p's and some p's are y's, I would know that there are 2 conditions and 2 possibilities for y's. In one possibility, x and y follow, but in the other possibility, x and y do not follow. So, A is not my conclusion. If A is eliminated, I'm eliminating option number 1 and option number 4. Now, since B is not given, I will look for C. No faith is strong, only strong have biceps. So, I will have 2 different circles with faith and with strong. And I will have 1 circle of biceps inside strong. So obviously my conclusion, no faith has biceps, could follow. D says all men are weak, some weak are strong. Weak is my middle term. Now I will see that some strong are weak. My middle term is repeated in my conclusion. It is not a conclusion, it's a restatement of the second data statement. So my answer becomes C only. So this is how C only is represented. No faith is strong, only strong have biceps. So no faith has biceps. Likewise, if you evaluate question number 17, you will see that your answer is option number A and B. This is how we represent some icicles are cycles, all cycles are men. So some icicles are men. All girls have teeth, this is how you draw this, and no teeth are yellow. So no girls are yellow. Hence, option number A and B follow. If you evaluate option number 18, you will see that in question number A, they have given a double negative statement to confuse you. Double negatives lead to positive. So no sun is not white would be all sun are white. All moon thus becomes sun and all moon are white. So 18th, my answer should be option number A only. This is how you will draw it. All moon is sun, all sun are white, so all moon is white. Likewise, if you go for the 19th question, you will see that your answer will be option A and C. All T's are square, all square are rectangular, so all T's are rectangular. All idiots are bumblers, all bumblers fumble, so all idiots fumble. Though the quantifier is not given, but we assume it to be all. Remember this rule. If you look at the 20th one, again you have doubles, bubbles, and if you get confused, you can replace it with x and y. But make sure to name the same elements as x, y, and z respectively. So you would see that the answer is A only. Because in all B, C, and D, the middle term, which is doubles, has been repeated in the conclusion. So this is how your diagram would be. Looking at the next question, my answer is option number B only. All men are sad, all bad things are men, and some sad things are bad. So my answer becomes option B only. This is how we represent it. All men are bad, all sad things are bad, so all bad things are sad, or some sad things are bad. 22nd, all toms are bright. You would correct a statement as no bright toms are dicks and no dick is a tom. Remember, I'm repeating it again. Correct the statement as all toms are bright. No bright toms are dicks, so no dick is a tom. My answer is all of the above, which is A, B, C, D. All toms are bright. No bright tom is a dick, so no dick is a tom. All witches are devils. All devils are nasty, so all witches are nasty. All jingos are tingos. No tingo is a bingo, so again this follows. All mammals are viviparous. No bird is a viviparous, so no mammal is a bird. If you look at the 23rd one and when you draw the diagrams, you would see that the answer is C and B. All Zens are Marutis, all Marutis are fragile, so all Zens are fragile. Some oranges are apple, some oranges are apples. All oranges are sweet, and some apple are sweet things, or some sweet things are apples. If you evaluate question number 24, you would see that the answer is option A and D. D, we have already done it when we were doing deductive logic. All roses are plants, all plants need air, so all roses need air. Let me tell you how A follows. All of my closest friends are artwards. All of my closest friends disapprove of me. So some of my closest friends who disapprove of me are artwards. This is where the diagram makes sense. Now when you look at the last question, again you will observe that the answer for this is ABD. All men are men of scientific ability, some men are men of artistic genius, and hence all men of artistic genius are men of scientific ability. B again will follow and D also will follow in that order. So I hope you've understood. We will continue reasoning 1 in another section for logical consistency. Thank you.